Good evening. Welcome to your Ass Hurts News Network. Coming to you live from the tip top of Cock Tower Square with your host, Sergeant Friday. Sarge, how you doing?
Please. Well, I'm still
Sarge?
fucked up from the floor up, but I'll manage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got my big order from Wild Fork. Shout out to Wild Fork. If you don't like my shout out, Wild Fork, go fuck yourself or order my meat somewhere else. Anyway, yeah.
Did you get any shoulders?
I got no, I didn't. I looked for a pork shoulder, but I really can't pig out unless I'm with some girl. Then I can be the real pig. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I was thought if you got some shoulder, maybe you'd have two good ones again. So
well, you
just
know
ask.
what? I fell asleep last night. I went to bed at 11:30. And I finally fell asleep sometime after 5 a.m. Not because the pain abated, but because of exhaustion. I think I just fucking passed out, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's bad. It's worse than Clue's little finger issue that she cried about for weeks. But yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. See? Be talking shit about me and my shoulder. I didn't forget about that little finger injury. Physical therapy for a fucking finger. Just pick your nose with it. It'll work itself out.
I'm saying a PVC sleeve would have done great. So
PVC. Let me get to my comments there. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, you could have stuck a piece of copper pipe over her finger. Then she
yeah.
would have got the benefit of antibacterial material, right? The
Hmm.
benefits of copper, they sell them bracelets, copper in your socks and copper in your fucking, I don't know, in your condoms. Copper's everywhere. It's supposed to
I
have these
bought one.
magical healing effects.
I bought one of those copper fit knee
Yeah,
braces one time, and that shit it didn't do a fucking thing. But
no,
as a knee brace, it was for a lightweight, low or kind of low to medium resistance brace, wasn't bad. But the copper didn't do a fucking thing for me.
no, maybe you could have turned it into a hat and stopped all the alien invaders coming into your thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, aluminum foil would stop them, but copper might attract them. You never know. You know
Yeah,
the
well, aluminum
resonance.
foil
The,
was aluminum is supposed to be bad for you. I don't know why it's an inert metal, so I don't know what people are saying is bad in your deodorant. It's bad. Man, I'll bathe in aluminum. What are people talking about? That's
yeah, I
why
don't.
pots and pans and aluminum, all this stuff, because it's inert. It's like people forgot what the word inert means.
Yeah,
But yeah, we sell fucking deodorant without no aluminum. Yeah, okay, yeah, because aluminum is inert, and it's something that's inert, it's gonna hurt you somehow. Oh yeah. I don't understand. The world is all fucked up from the floor up. And soon, as the title says, all the world will be an ash heap. I mean, these people are really pushing for a fucking war. Right?
well, they're yeah,
And,
they're getting
and
close to it. They got plenty
every
of
war
options
on
to
the
pick
earth, though,
from.
only exists because we're funding it.
Yeah,
They gave Iran, I mean, look at during the Obama administration, there were all these attacks on Israel, but Obama had given Iran billions. Trump cut off all the money. Trump created massive drilling, massive reserves of oil to be fucking pulled out of the ground and sold on the world market. Oil dropped to $35 a barrel. Iran couldn't afford to take a fucking shit. They had to wipe their ass with their hand because they couldn't afford paper. And there were no fucking conflicts. That's why. Biden gets elected. He immediately starts funding the Ukraine and Iran to the tunes of hundreds of billions of dollars. And look at the two conflicts around the world are because we, the United States of America, are paying for these conflicts to exist. I'm just stunned. That's why I can't. Man, if you vote Democrat and you're one of my friends and I find out, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face so fucking hard I'm gonna lose my hand in your skull. Unbelievable. Please?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, would we not be better off for them to just dump 10 or 12 billion worth of fucking? Oh, well, I'm sorry, 100 or 200 billion worth of fucking equipment and rockets off in the Middle East, and then make some AI generated video of Putin eating a fucking pork chop on top of the Koran or something? Wouldn't that? I'm pretty sure that would piss Iran off. And then we're out of it.
Yeah, there you go. There's something else too that nobody really paid any attention to, but Trump has told us, and we never knew this. But the Basra Air Base in Afghanistan, its real importance was that we were within 100 miles of Chinese nuclear facilities where they make nuclear weapons.
Mm.
Imagine that. That was
Imagine.
the main reason they had that base built there. And then Biden just gave it away. Now the Chinese occupy it.
Mm. Him and the
Man,
Chinese are quite friendly, aren't they?
pardon me?
I said him and the Chinese are quite friendly, it seems.
Oh, Trump?
No, Biden.
Oh, yeah. Any
Yeah.
corrupt regime that he can launder money with. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And not even that. This country has been conquered from within. And we're still acting like somebody's going to do something about it. It's fucking incredible, man. The only people that could do anything about it, I don't know who that fucking asshole motherfucker is that keeps telling people that they ought to work together and do something themselves. I can't remember the name of that fucking jerk, but yeah, that ship's probably sailed at this point too. What do I
Yeah,
know?
it's something.
Right?
It's fucking something.
And we sit by like it's an entertaining show, and it's the world is on the edge. This country is on its last leg, and we're watching it on our fucking stream machine. Like, it's fucking entertaining. You turn on the news, it's about actors and actresses and movies and fucking nothing about the fucking plight of like Paris being surrounded by their own farmers. Did you know that was happening?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. See, nobody knows nothing. That's some fucking idiot that I can't remember that jerk off's fucking name, but for some reason that motherfucking idiot just pays attention to too many different topics that matter. I don't know where the fuck someone like that came from.
Well, I noticed today, there were big strikes at the ports and all this shit, and I knew it was going on, and I was scrolling through the news thumbnails, and every fucking one of them was either about Iran launching missiles at Israel, the debate between the VP candidates, and there was only one about the strikes at the ports, and I was like, yeah, of course there's only one. And what was it? Talking about violence breaks out during the strikes, and I'm like, why is that not more important right now than fucking Iran launching missiles at Israel?
Well, no, wait a minute. The port strike, you guys think inflation is bad now. You don't even have a concept of what bad means. And the fact that the president of the United you know what I would do if I was the president? I'd immediately deploy National Guard and full-time military troops to take over the fucking ports and start handling the deliveries.
But that's my point.
Like Reagan did. But remember when Reagan did that with air traffic controllers? Remember when he did that? A lot of people, it's a crucial fucking job that the country depends on to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what Joe Biden should do. If you guys don't settle this in 48 hours, I will. And that's you immediately send the National fucking Guard. No, what did Biden do? He's sending thousands of our National Guard over to the Middle East.
Yeah. And we should be more worried about 200 missiles lobbed at fucking Israel instead
they
of
should have put me on the
fucking
fucking ballot. I got to get on the ballot. I debate Trump. I slaughter him in a debate. I slaughter all of these fucking twit heads in a debate. The fuck are you talking about? Those ports wouldn't skip a fucking beat. I would throw you motherfucking monkeys out on your ass. I understand you're American. I understand you want to make a decent wage. But I would just take it over. If it did mean firing the people and taking the fucking companies temporarily.
Yeah.
Right? You can't have the entire eastern seaboard and the Gulf of Mexico with nobody to unload a fucking ship. Yeah. You think $8 for a dozen of eggs is a big deal? They're going to become your fucking currency. How about? Did you know 159 countries are considering and slowly backing away from the American money as the reserve currency of the globe? Did you hear about that?
I've heard rumblings of that for a while, just here and there.
No, this has actually happened 2 days ago.
Oh,
yeah.
What are they switching to?
Some kind of fucking electronic fucking gizmo wismo money. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to remove the American currency. We lose this as a global reserve. We're in trouble as a country. That's one big problem. We import food. A lot of people may not be aware of that, but we do import fucking food. And there's another fucking problem with the ships on the East Coast, right? And you got a hurricane and people fucking drowning, right?
Oh, that's a fucking disaster and a half. That fucking
yeah. And what's Biden doing? Sending troops to the fucking Middle East.
Yeah.
We got a aircraft carrier group in the Gulf, the USS Kennedy. Yeah, we're in good fucking shape, folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll tell you what I suggest. Look, here's what you guys do. Get yourself some Orville Redenbacher, okay? And, some fucking, I can't believe it's not butter because it does taste like butter and it'll probably last forever like a fucking Twinkie. And sit back and enjoy the fucking fireworks. Unbelievable. And I don't know. The media, all the media people need to be arrested. And, here's another thing. Why isn't anybody asking Trump to fucking turn back what Obama did with propaganda being broadcast within the borders of the United States? There's an act, the Munns Act. There was an act passed a long time ago that people that broadcast within our borders can't broadcast propaganda. And that's all these fucking media stations do. They propagandize you constantly.
So
telling little boys they need fucking tampons is propaganda.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see, that is propaganda because it's got no basis in reality and it's a distraction and it's an argument that shouldn't even exist. Propaganda. Telling you how bad you are as people. I like I said last night, when you look at that Constitution and realize you're talking about criminal slave owners that fucking canvassed prostitutes, wrote those fucking documents. I don't think people understand the fucking mindset these people had at that point in time. They weren't these religious zealots. They didn't even want a national religion, which you see the document produced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything in that document is exactly opposite of the life they lived. And why people aren't quite, you should question something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a drug cartel fucking leader getting on the TV and telling you cocaine is bad. You shouldn't use it. What the fuck is that guy telling me that for? Right? Yeah, we are a bunch of dumb fucks, and we've done it to ourselves. Not because the information isn't there to know, not because the information is too hard to know, but we've just fallen into this. Everything is entertaining to us. Right?
Yeah, I mean it really is that fucking way. It really fucking is that way. And it's crazy. It is fucking crazy.
Listen, it's BlackRock that's buying up all your businesses. Here's what I said. I said this on Twitter, got no play. We need an Independence Day from corporate control. That's what we need. Period. End of story. You can't be Nike. You're an American corporation. You can't be part of a multinational. Sorry. No, a hard fucking pass. If that's what you want to do, close up your fucking shop and move to fucking China. And there's a 17,000% fucking tariff on your products if you want to sell them here. Next. Right? Ford, you want to sell your fucking shit here? Yeah, well, guess what? There's a 20,000% fucking tariff on your product if you move your fucking workers, your factories out of here and try to sell your shit back to this country. Bring me Kia, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck the name of it. Bring me anything. Bring me fucking oogala boogala fucking cars and start building them in Detroit again. And you get no tariffs. As a matter of fact, the government's going to loan you money at zero fucking interest. How about that? There's so many aggressive things that should be coming from our government to save the country from collapse. And I know what I'm saying is like fucking highly extreme beyond fucking reality. However, that's what it seems like we need to get shit. You got to start slapping people. That's why I'm a vulgar motherfucker. Because people need to hear that vulgarity. You bunch of dumb twit fucking morons don't realize that you're entertaining yourself into complete fucking destruction with a tool that could actually change the whole fucking world. You could have heaven on earth with this ability to communicate, but nah, let's not do that, Cletus.
No, of course not. Let's
why would we?
Yeah, it's a better use of our time to get into somebody's comments we disagree with and tell them to go fuck their mother.
Right. Yeah, BlackRock and Vanguard. You want to fucking take over something? We should take over those corporations. That's it. Break them up. No, it's when the Oreo cookies went to fucking Mexico too. I think Twinkies did too. I like Hostess. Did you see what Hostess did to its workers?
No.
The fucking workers demanded these outrageous fucking pay raises and benefit packages, and Hostess said, "Oh well, we can't afford to do that and still keep an affordable snack, and so we will close our company and walk away." And that's exactly what they did. They closed their fucking company. And then they reopened it as a non-union fucking shop. How you like them fucking apples, bro?
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
I don't know what these dock workers get paid, but if you think you should be getting $200,000 a year to unload fucking packages from ships, I'm sorry, that just doesn't make sense to me. Right?
No, yeah, I don't disagree, but
you should make
at the same time, I don't think the homes in the metropolitan areas they reside, or even the suburbs of where they reside, should cost what the fuck they cost.
No, they shouldn't, but that's because of BlackRock and Vanguard and others. Like all of these Zillows and all these other jerk-off companies that tell you how much your house is worth. And you know, your government's tied to that, folks. The only fucking person that benefits universally from increased property value is the fucking tax man. That's it. You might get a one-time fucking splurge of that particular owner. I've been here 20 years. My house worth 300 grand. Okay. That guy walks away with a score. Now anybody that buys this house now becomes a slave to the fucking payment. And the payment includes a property tax, which now that $125,000 house you just paid $300,000 for, it's got triple the property taxes it had for the original owner.
Yeah, there was something I saw. I got some fucking bullshit thing in the mail today of some fucking company wanting me to do a equity loan against my house.
Right.
And what they were willing to give me in equity was a third of what they said the value of it, market value of it, was right now.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of fucking sense does that make? Like what kind of fuck? But what was really interesting to me was they kept mentioning the federal government in there, and I'm like, is there some kind of federal fucking initiative for financing companies to offer some kind of special fucking massive equity fucking loan or something? Because I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's always some. It's a tragedy. I mean, to me now, I think we need to move more towards the inevitability of the collapse that's coming. It's inevitable, and there's nothing. And the people as a group could stop it. I mean, look at these 50,000 workers can shut the whole fucking eastern side of the country down from shipments. Just 50,000 people can make that kind of a difference in your life. And yet,
well, I think
tens of millions, billions of people online, and not any of them get together as groups to do anything productive for each other.
Well, I think the way to look at it is it's, it's absolutely going to get worse before it gets better. It's all a matter of how long will it be worse before it gets better, and that part is up to us. Does that make sense? Like if we could come together to do something about it, it'll get worse for a moment, but then it'll get better again. Right. Otherwise, it's going to completely fucking crumble, reset, and maybe restart, maybe never fucking restart.
And the only people that are going to make money, these assholes that, this is what I mean, the Dan Bonginos of the world, the Candace Owenses of the world, they're the ones keeping everybody in their fucking seat. They're working for the enemy, whether they're doing it consciously or not, I cannot say. Okay, but they're doing what Diddy's friends were doing with Diddy. They're doing it. Okay, that's what all these fucking talking heads are, all of them, to the fucking last. They're propagandists. They're keeping topics to the forefront, never a fucking solution, never chasing a fucking solution, never getting people to work together in a group for something good. They just continue to hammer you with the fucking propaganda bullshit and continue to hammer you with every fucking crisis, no matter how big or small, that those in power help create. And yet everybody runs, people, they don't like because I beat up on Dan Bongino, whose brother was with underage fucking prostitutes in fucking Colombia as a Secret Service agent on the detail of Barack Hussein Obama. That fucking piece of shit, including the Bongino family. And everybody's got this. We've been really fucking mind fucked. I mean, I fell into that for a while too. I'm not fucking allergic to that. But I pretty much think I've woken up to the reality of what's going on and how they're doing to us what they're doing. And I find that there's just so many sycophants out there. You might not be a sycophant for Trump, but you are for someone online, some streamer, some fucking, whatever. Please.
I can't argue it. I cannot argue it.
And none of these guys. What the fuck good is a Tucker Carlson or Joe Rogan? What good are these people except to propagandize and keep you outraged?
Well, I mean, in fairness, I don't know that I've really seen, but a very, very small few people on the internet that are whatever you want to fucking call them, that aren't exactly that. Propagandists. Like, it doesn't matter what fucking realm it is. It's pretty much across the fucking board. That's, the vast majority is nothing but that, no matter what the genre
is. But listen, propaganda can only exist when engaged.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And all of these people that keep engaging it, like the only reason global warming and is even an issue is because everybody that's a talking head that's on this side that opposes it, that's all they want to talk about. I mean, like I said with that guy, Charlie Kirk, he goes into these fucking places, these schools to show people how stupid their fucking thoughts are, what they're being taught. But that guy's got an audience of millions. Why in the fuck isn't he offering up solutions? No, none of these people do. To me, it should insult every living human being in the United States of America that these people that you think are on your side are only doing what they're doing for an income. And the outcome of what happens and what falls down just continues to give them more fuel to keep putting it in your fucking face for them to keep making more money. It's a vicious fucking circle. And most viewers think that these particular people saying these things are on their side, or I don't know what the fuck people think. But to me, they're the first enemy that needs to go. You need to shut the fuck up, Tucker. You can't find an issue and offer a solution and get people to get on board with the solution, then you're useless to us. And more of us should have that particular point of view when it comes to this communication device we call the internet. And yet we just, I don't know. There's a few people out there pointing this stuff out, but not enough that makes any difference. Or more importantly, I mean, you could tell I'm rather fucking pissed and besides myself that people 5.62 billion fucking morons. How could that be? It just doesn't make sense. But it's true, right?
Yeah.
You can have 5.62 billion geniuses out here. You can have 5.62 billion fucking people working for a common goal. No, you don't have any of that. Well, so YouTube is boring this week. That's the positive with the injuries. I really have paid less attention to some of this stuff than I had been. And I'll tell you what, I don't know. I went and filled up both vehicles with fuel. I have no interest in really going anywhere. I've got enough meat product to last me probably a couple of months if I eat it responsibly, and enough sides to go with it. And so I got enough meals for a couple of months for myself.
And
I didn't do that because I was worried. And then today when I saw what was going on in Israel and the strike and all the other shit, I was like, huh. It's almost like I had a fucking a second sense to get all this stuff here.
And you've got you've got the favored neighbor pets.
I always got them. Yeah, if I start to get low on T-bone, I might start eating fucking.
You already got them. You got them ranked. That one's going first, then that one, then that one.
Yeah. Well, the little ones next door probably would just be a fucking snack. But snacks are important too sometimes.
That's right.
It's more insidious than just divide and conquer. It's as far as I'm just replying to what Carl said. It's not even
Well,
so
it's
much divide and conquer. It's more. I don't know. What do you think?
so I'll give you an example, right? Sebastian's case. So for 7 fucking months, there's been very little real effort put into a solution, which the only solution any of us can offer is to actually go out and fucking look for him. And there's been, quite honestly, minimal fucking effort on the ground. And a couple of weeks ago, um, somebody came to me and was like, I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of all the bullshit. And I'm like, well, you have the equipment. Why don't you go fucking search and make your entire content about that? Give people something to get behind. And he does that, right? And he gets a massive fucking amount of people interested in it. And it's a great thing. But then what happens is the propagandists start attacking. You know what I mean? So you're right. It is beyond divide us to conquer us. It's divide us, and then when some side of the division starts gaining ground, kick them in the fucking ass to the point where they can't stand up. You know what I mean?
Well, and a lot of this because they're arguing over pennies.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I know 50,000 pennies a day is good, right?
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of money. Is it 500 a day? I don't know what it equals. Well, let's say it's five. I don't know the math. I'm not even going to try to do the math. Let's pretend. Okay, that's great. But so you'll sacrifice the safety and security and the recovery of a child for $500 a day.
Yeah.
They've taught us all. We've all conditioned ourselves to be that way. Like, I just did a job, and to say I didn't feel slightly guilty would be a lie. I did because of how much money I made. I made more money in that one job than I've made on 2/3 of the fucking money I made in all the other jobs in one job.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the deal. My price was 10,000 lower than the lowest price. So what I didn't know I didn't give a fuck what it was going to turn out to be. In other words, I didn't plan. I knew once I said that and I knew their numbers, I then did the math and went back and realized there's a lot of fucking money in this job. To give up $10,000 against the lowest bid is a lot of money, but it's I can't believe how much money was still left. I didn't price it this way to make sure that kind of money was left. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
I didn't know what the lowest bid was until I was told. And the guy's a friend. He's connected me with another friend that he's so the guy I did the work for isn't really a friend of mine, but a good friend of mine and my family for 50 years. Gave the guy I've done work for this third party a couple of different times. And then when they come up with this particular project, my name was thrown in the hat. And that's what I said to them. Go get your bids. And whatever your lowest bid is, I'll take 10,000 off. And so I played the game and I thought they're friends. I mean, it was fair. Don't you think? And it scored beyond anything I ever imagined. But my point is that even when you try to play by the rules, you can win by playing by the rules. Now, there was a little rule bending there, but I didn't go out seeking the money grub and get as much out of these people as I could. I didn't down talk. I down talk his bids. Pardon me.
I keep hearing the theme music. I'm gonna jump backstage. Let me back up.
Theme music.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump backstage. Let me back up.
You got YouTube open? Huh. You sure you don't have YouTube open or something?
No, I got a phone call, and when I hit decline and came back, it started fucking playing the music over and over again.
Yeah, I think that we've all turned into money grubbers. And even when you try not to be a money grubber, I mean, I didn't realize that there would be, that's kind of funny too. I mean, this whole situation, how I got involved and how it all worked out. And I didn't realize that there was that much money in that type of work. for one, because I've never done anything on that scale. But fuck, for fuck's sakes, bro. It's the same thing with these metal roofs. You see all these ads for? There's huge profit on them roofs, massive amounts of money. And I won't sell them because the roof is a gimmick. It will not do what it promises. There's no way it can do what it promises. And so I'm not going to give you something that can't keep its promise, no matter how much money it'll make me. I don't want money that way, if that makes sense.
I don't know what promise metal roofs make, but I know
Up
I
here,
know
they got
Rib.
lifetime guarantee. And
Oh yeah, no, that there's no fucking way.
yeah.
I've put several on myself, and I would do one on my house without question. But yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, these are stone coated. They look like an architectural shingle. They're not panels.
Ah, got you.
But
Yeah.
even the panel roofs, the paint is not going to last 50 fucking years.
No.
It's going to fade.
Yeah.
Right? I think the most durable paint in the world is fucking powder coating that they put on refrigerators and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't going to last outside either.
Right.
Right? And then the next best paint is automotive paint. That's the cat's meow when it comes to finishes. Just think of the punishment an automobile takes driving in the rain with just water beating on it from right.
Yeah.
And it holds up. But after about 10 or 15 years, it starts to give up the ghost. So imagine that being your fucking or your roof with paint on it. I just there's too many gimmicks to it.
Yeah.
And the promises aren't there. And I don't want to answer to a promise I can't keep. Right? What do I do to the homeowner? Tell them, I didn't make it. I just installed it.
Right.
It's like that's why that's why we don't do vinyl siding. That fades and bubbles and it's fucking ugly after about 20 years. Or it's lifetime guarantee. The color goes all the way through. Yeah, but let me just make a point. The sun isn't shining all the way through. It's only shining on the fucking surface, okay? So just consider that before you fucking put your money into that shit. Right? I mean, and the darker the color you buy in vinyl, the fucking more likely you're going to have 4 different sides of your house with 4 different shades.
Oh yeah, I bought my house 11 years ago, and it was built in '87. It was built with vinyl siding. The exterior's got vinyl siding, and the best I can tell is it's from '87, and I can tell you in 11 years it's I would say fucking 2 shades lighter.
Oh yeah,
than what it was 11 years ago.
Let me give you some good advice. Sherwin-Williams makes a paint that molecularly bonds to the plastic.
Yeah.
Or the vinyl.
Yeah.
And that when you paint vinyl siding, especially with this paint, nobody can tell. It's impossible to tell that wasn't sold to you that color. But again, that paint will also go through the process of lightening up. But who's the and the gallon of paint goes forever because it doesn't soak into anything.
Yeah.
So the process of painting vinyl siding is quite fucking brilliant, and the results are excellent. And so if you got to paint every 10 or 15 years, that's the vinyl isn't going anywhere. So that's a good option. You could change the color every 10 or 15 years by using that paint. And I painted my house, changed the color of my house completely. Well, it looked like brand new vinyl siding. Even when you walk right up to it, I mean, you could it's like putting your hand right in front of your fucking eyes. You get that close to it, you can't tell it's paint.
Well, and heat, like if you take a blowtorch over top of, let's say yard furniture, right, the plastic seats and shit, it'll bring them back to life. So when they fucking nuke us, at least it'll look brand new for a millisecond.
Yeah, because our shadows are burnt into fucking concrete.
Oh fuck!
My God, it's just incredible, brother. We do live in some times that are just, and when your own government is doing everything they can to take us apart and do all of this evil around the globe. I can't wait to see what comes of this Diddy stuff. But I have no confidence that the fucking FBI is doing anything except getting all that information so they could use those people to their own benefit. They're not going to release all the names of all the actors, actresses, and singers and entertainers that were part of this guy's bullshit.
No, they're just,
You're not gonna be able to count on the federal government to do that.
yeah. They'll use it as leverage in the event they need to.
Oh, he was probably doing it on behalf of them anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
He probably got caught.
look at Zuckerberg. Is he still rich? He's still in charge of Facebook. Is Facebook still up and running? And there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
And what did we do when we found out that he put his hand on the scale in that election? Nobody did anything.
Nope.
Final sign, he gets holes in it when you pick up a pebble with your lawnmower. Well, your lawn shouldn't have pebbles in it, but I don't know where you live, Carl. Good luck with that. Carl. Are you going to tell me vinyl siding is now spherical in shape or round? What else you got, Carl? Is it made above the firmament, or is it made below it, or inside of it?
Oh fuck, that's funny.
He's lost his expertise position.
The firmament is made of vinyl siding. There you go.
It must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a snow globe.
The ozone, the fucking hole in the ozone layer is actually from a lawnmower hitting a rock into the firmament and creating a fucking hole. And that's all it is.
Well, Epstein worked for the Israeli government and the American government to some extent. And look at it, the bureaucracy owns the country. That's the real truth. I mean, did you hear what that one general said when Trump said he wanted the 10, how many ever 10,000 National Guard deployed to the Capitol for his rally? And the one, listen, the one guy that was supposed to do that said, he gave me that order and I just ignored it. I didn't do it. The optics would have been bad. But then after Biden wins the election, they surround the fucking Capitol with fucking fences and fucking barbed wire and post National Guard troops all over the fucking Capitol.
Yeah.
Really? You couldn't have done that to provide security for that fucking event? But you could do it to make it look like we live in a communist country? And you stop all the White House tours and access to the fucking government buildings? Oh my God, man. It's just a sad tragedy. And all those 80 kids that used aerosol hairspray. Yeah, you ever use that hairspray there? You don't got hair, do you there, Cletus?
Not much left, no. But yeah, I've seen my fair share of. Mom used to have a beauty shop. What the fuck was the name of that? Vavoom. It was a black can with hot pink writing on it, and every time I'd walk, her beauty shop was built onto the end of the house, and I'd walk in that motherfucker and felt like my lungs just immediately got coated with that.
I used to use this shit called Aquanet. It was like an invisible helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still make it, still sell it. I see it at Walmart.
So we do have things in common. Like I look in my rearview mirror and see cars, you see hair. Right? And you ain't racing anybody except Father of fucking Time.
Yeah, I had that drone in the air today, and it was looking down on me, and I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then I realized it was me because the shit is pretty much gone, and I'm like, "Fucking Christ Almighty!" 20 years ago, I had hair down to the middle of my fucking back, thick as fuck, and now the shit, it's like hell no.
It barely leaves the fucking area above his ears.
Yeah, it's fucking global warming. That shit was running away from the sun, is what it was.
My hair cutter, Shannon's cutting my hair. She goes, it's kind of fucking amazing you have such a full head of hair. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why wouldn't I?
So I said, why wouldn't I?
I got no history of baldness in my family.
Fuck.
Funny. We're two nationalities. Italian. Jesus to Jesus. Oh man. So what else is going on in their life there? Anything good or fun? Drones malfunctioning. How's her finger? Did she ever get that finger fucking fixed?
It's still, the lower half is pointing up and the top half is pointing forward still. So, I would call it a superpower more so than a limitation. But, yeah. Huh. You can thank a fucking surgeon for that shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck. I will not go to a fucking doctor. I won't do it.
No, they look at something and they fucking glorify it to the point where they can get a big fucking bill to the health insurance company.
Look, and this is literally what this every time I go out into the fucking public, I find another fucking reason that supports my theory of why I won't go do anything with anybody that's supposed to be a specialized skill set unless I'm absolutely left with no other fucking choice. 20 years ago, I could walk into fucking Best Buy and there would be 15 people approaching me, and every fucking one of them would make it their priority to do whichever one I picked. You can bet they were going to work their ass off to make me fucking happy. I walk in today, order I placed last night, right? I walk in today and there's somebody that comes up and they're like, well, this order is on hold. And I'm like, well, why the fuck is it on hold? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, I just updated something in the system. Give it about 15 minutes and then I'll know if I can work on it or not. And I'm like, the fuck? Okay. So we're walking around the store. Literally 2 minutes later, I see this person going around and picking the shit that I bought. And I'm like, all right, cool. 45 fucking minutes later and 3 trips back to that fucking desk. And they still haven't got this shit to where they can hand it to me. Of the 3 other trips that I went, 2 of them, this fucking kid picks up this little device and punches in. He can't remember his fucking login information the first time, so he has to go get somebody else to do it for him. And then he pulls it up and he's like, well, it shows that this order is on hold and we can't do anything with it right now. And I'm like, man, that lady standing right back there just went and gathered everything that's on this fucking order. Well, the system says I can't do anything about it. And I'm like, I understand what you're telling me this fucking device in your hand is saying. What I'm telling you is if you'll turn around and go talk to that lady 20 feet behind you, she has my shit. Well, give us about, 15 minutes. And I'm like, fucking Christ, right? So this literally goes on for an entire fucking hour. And I'm looking at this and I'm considering how far we've fallen in the past 20 years, just going and doing something as simple as that. And the root of the cause behind it is because everybody's trusting this fucking device. No matter what device it is, they're trusting a fucking computer. And then I see doctors using fucking robots, and I'm like, no, I'm not fucking with you. It ain't happening.
Yeah. Somebody said that to me the other day. They go, have you gone to the fucking doctor or something for my shoulder? And I know I've had a bad shoulder for my whole life. So the injury obviously is that I'm going through what I went through when it first happened. That's how bad this injury is. And it happened in a non conspicuous way, but it happened. And so I'm going to go what? Go spend thousands of fucking dollars for someone to tell me you're just going to have to fucking rest and put heat on the fucking on your nerve? What's he going to do? Prescribe me a narcotic or some addictive fucking pill to get rid of the pain? There isn't many solutions. Or am I going to pay $30,000-$40,000 to get a rotary cuff surgery?
Yeah.
Which, listen, if I got to do that, I'll do that. But I checked with WebMD, and it could take a couple of weeks for a pinched nerve to heal. So I'm not quite to a couple of weeks yet, and it is getting better. And today I decided I'm not going to put any heat on it. I'm not going to take any fucking, and I haven't. No ibuprofen, nothing. I'm just going to live with whatever it is, and it's way more manageable than it was when it happened. So
well, you should set up a GoFundMe, get on the internet and bitch about it daily, and over the course of the next 7 months, make a couple hundred fucking grand off of it. I've seen it happen this year alone.
Then I could complicate it. I could say, look. I could post a picture of Clue's finger and say, it's moving my finger. I need more money.
Oh,
it's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely resting. I'm chilling. Yeah, and then so my computer popped, my TV popped, and my fucking truck has got an error on the fucking screen, and my shoulder popped. So yeah, I've been batting fucking zero.
well,
if I was a professional baseball team, I'd be losing.
Well, your computer is working. It seems like you said you got a new TV. How's your truck? Yeah. How's your truck running?
Oh, it runs and drives fine. I went and filled up when I saw all the bullshit going on with the striking workers, and
yeah,
they're offering them a 50% pay increase over 8 years. That's just ridiculous, right?
of
I mean, do it over 4 or
50%.
5 years. Why 8 years?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. the price of fucking the price of houses has doubled in fucking 8 years. What the fuck good is a 50% pay increase going to do them in 8 years?
Over 8 years, that's 6% a year, right?
Yeah, that's
No
double
good.
standard. That's a double the standard fucking pay increase per year for most companies.
Yeah, well, they should be giving them the fucking 50% over the next 4 years. They gave 32,000 a year, a $32,000 or 32% pay increase to the ones in California on the West Coast
Mhm.
over a 4 year period. These guys want, and I'm sure these guys are as busy as anyone else, and they want a better deal than that. So I would make them the same deal and start from there. And if that deal wasn't, tell them, then come back with a number. And if they went anywhere near or above 50%, I'd say I'm sorry. And then as company owners, I would fucking I'd call my local representative and see, like they did with, like I'm telling you, the air traffic controllers. Their service is needed. It's a needed in a way that's just way worse than air traffic controllers, right? We can all drive, but you can't all eat if the fucking food isn't being brought off the ship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what would you rather do? Lose your fucking flight or not have food? Which one is more crucial? And Reagan did that. Everybody complained, but he sorted the problem. So that's the kind of leadership that you need in that office down there.
Well, maybe Kamala will get in there and show us how to do
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, what a tragedy that'll be if that woman, if they cheat that woman into office, because there's no other way she can win.
it. Yeah.
And the cheat can't be. It's going to have to be. There's no way that people aren't going to fucking realize that. I mean,
Well, but at this
they did
point,
that in the middle of the night. Go ahead.
so here's the thing, right? And this is a fair argument. Considering the they get away with every fucking thing they already cheat us
Right.
out of,
Right.
and we do nothing about it. Why would it be unreasonable for them to say, "Fuck it, we'll take it"? They're
Right.
not going to do fuck all about it anyway, so why wouldn't we?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that if they do that and she wins, I'm not only going to draw down all of my currency, but I will not pay fucking taxes ever again. Ever. They can lock me the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. There's
Well,
no way I'm going to support this tyrannical government.
that's why I set up payment plans on my fucking taxes, because I'm like, any other time I would absolutely just pay you what I fucking owe you. But you you're giving me the option to set up a fucking payment plan, which means I give you very fucking little every fucking month because I dictate how much I give you, and you're stupid enough to fucking accept that as being okay. And you're not doing a goddamn thing that I support. So yeah, when somebody gets in there that's willing to do something I support, I'll pay you every fucking bit of it. But
Well,
until then, I'm going to use your fucking payment plan system because I don't fucking like what you're spending my money on.
I don't like what they did to me. They took my money because of a clerical error, and then they caused all this bullshit. I spent 17 fucking hours on the phone getting hung up on, disconnected, redirected, fucked around over a period of a couple of weeks till I finally got a hold of someone that could do something about it.
Yeah.
Right. And then the worst part was when they decide what department and what area you need to be directed to, is they go to transfer you and it fucking disconnects. Or they transfer you and it puts you on hold and it says you can either continue to wait, hold time is 40 minutes, or you can enter your phone number and we'll call you back. Right?
Yeah.
Neither one of those work. Before the 45 minutes is up, it hangs up on you, and you got to start right from the fucking beginning. I mean, it's the most incredible fucking thing I've ever experienced in my life. No, not really. It was like when the cable company came to Cletus, they came to my house so many times that they probably should have just had a key, but they would send somebody different, and they would go over the exact same things. They start from scratch every fucking time. And how the fuck can't you have notes and the readings and the results of what the last guy did, right?
Yeah.
And then work forward and see if there's anything beyond what they did. And I said this to so many fucking people that came to my house. And in the end, the last guy came. I said, "You ain't checking anything in this house. There's no way you're allowed in here. Go check your fucking wires. Go check your fucking whatever your connections are out there. There's your problem." And it came down to the main office had my line spliced into to another line that it shouldn't have been on.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking miles away from here. And you came to my house, I think it was 13 fucking times and put me through that fucking ringer. Oh.
I had
IRS was worse than that.
I work from home, right? And when I started working from home, I got internet service through AT&T, and about a year or two into that, all of a sudden the fucking internet went out one day. Sun shining, not a fucking cloud in the sky, and absolutely no fucking reason for it to go out, right? And I call them, and they're like, "Well, we're not experiencing an outage. We'll have somebody out there as soon as possible." And they said, "Do you want to go ahead and make an appointment?" And I'm like, "Sure." And they said, "Well, it looks like the first available date we've got is 10 days away." And I'm like, 10 fucking days? And they're like, "Yeah." So I go down to the local fucking cable company store that sells fucking internet. I pick up a fucking box. I bring it to the house, hook it up, and I've got fucking internet again, right? Well, AT&T comes out 10 days later. They fucking come out here. They troubleshoot the shit. They can't find the fucking issue. And they tell me that they're going to send somebody else. 2 fucking weeks later, they send somebody else who can't find the fucking issue. And he goes a half a mile up the road to a pedestal and discovers that some dickhead pulled my line off to put another fucking customer on in place of me.
That's fucking beautiful.
And then AT&T bills me. And I'm like, "You can go fuck yourself. You disconnected my fucking service. Your service man told me this. And you want me to fucking pay you. You can go fuck yourself." And they were just like, "Well, you still had service." I'm like, "No, I fucking didn't. You disconnected it while I was actively fucking paying, and now you want more money from me. You can get the fuck out of here."
Well, I got a problem with my local energy company. They sent me a bill for $484. Now, I'm a single person. I live in a 1,200 square foot home, and besides the television, there's a refrigerator. I pay about $140 year round. Not because I'm on a budget, but that's the actual usage. It's historically that's what it's been. So 120. It goes up a little bit every year, but $484. And I said, "Well, listen, I sent in a meter read, and I just double checked, and I put the wrong numbers in. Here's a picture of the read that I sent you in August, and here's a picture of the read that I sent in September, and I misread it. I misentered the information on the fucking web page, and now I'm waiting. Right, the bill comes due on the 10th, and they told me that, and I said, so that bill that you're charging me, there's no way I could have used 500. If a month of my energy use is worth $500 fucking dollars, then I'm going to start pedaling a bike with a fucking alternator on, because that's just incredible. I don't use any really. I use very little electricity compared to I got a computer on and a refrigerator on. That's it. And a light, but they're LED lights. How much energy could that use?
Yeah.
And then at night I'll turn on my TV, but even that's they're energy efficient TVs anyway. But it's like, wow, yeah, I don't know how it could be that much.
I don't know. It's that you can't find a fucking service. You can't find anything anymore. I can't. Where I go in and I leave feeling like customer service or even a give a fuck was there. You know what I mean? And it rings true in everything. It's the exact fucking reason why the government does whatever the fuck they want to us, because they know, even down to McDonald's fucking drive through, you're going to get the wrong fucking food, but you're in such a fucking hurry, you're not going to worry about going back and getting it fucking fixed. Or because you don't want to deal with the pain in the ass, you're not going to go back and get it fixed. And they know the vast majority of fucking society is like that, so they do whatever the fuck they want because there's no recourse for it.
I rarely go to any of those places anymore. I do enjoy the sausage McMuffin with egg and no cheese. I don't want cheese with my eggs. To me, that's gross. I just don't do it. And time and time again, I'd be at the window. I'd open it up. they'd hand me a bag, I wouldn't move. I'd open the bag and look. Because the amount of times that they can't get that right, how the fuck can you not know not to put cheese on it? Right? when you're asked that, can I have 4 sausage egg McMuffins, no cheese? And it comes up on the screen, no cheese. So I'm reading it. The person I told it to seems to have understood it, but when it makes that 3-foot fucking jump to the guy to prepare the sandwich, somehow it gets lost and it comes out with cheese.
My fucking favorite is going through the drive-through, ordering shit, taking the time to check your bag and find something missing, and then pecking on the window. And you tell them they didn't give you this or that. They didn't give you a fry or they didn't give you a drink. And they go, well, show me your receipt. It's like, motherfucker, it's on your screen. Why have I got to show you a fucking receipt? It's on your fucking screen right in front of you. Like, God almighty. It's
Who's
just,
Will Warren?
huh?
Who's Will Warren?
I don't know. There.
Well, he's in the chat, and people are talking to him in the chat about him kicking him from somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, I think he's one of Clue's newest mods.
Oh.
So he's probably referring to something in her chat.
Oh, I thought she could handle all that herself.
Well, she could till we started driving around and shit, and then yeah. Or well, and the night she played old Blowhole's body cam video, I think she added a couple more just as a cushion.
Whatever happened to Blowhole Betty? Did she end up in jail?
No, not yet. I think her court date for criminal cases is the 23rd, but she got immensely fucking triggered today by the photo that Steve Fisher, SF Investigates, put out on his Twitter of him and me and Clue and Chris and Katie Bradfoot. We were out searching Sunday, and Steve was flying this big, expensive fucking thermal drone he just bought. And he took a fucking picture. And I'm pretty sure his whole entire purpose of it, because he told everybody to wave and smile, and when he did that, I'm like, he's gonna post this shit just to piss people the fuck off. And sure enough, it worked. Oh, she was so fucking mad. She was pointing out all kinds of shit with me, with Clue, you know, saying, look at his overalls. They don't even have any fucking dirt on them. She was like, I go searching, I come out covered in mud, and I'm like, well, don't be mad at me because I got balance enough to fucking walk instead of crawl.
Fucking Porky the Pig. Her element is mud. That fucking nasty broad.
Yeah, it was funny as hell.
Fucking incredible, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
No, that's good. I know. I haven't really gone on during the day, and I haven't been on during the day in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do pay attention to a couple of things occasionally, but it's all the same shit, different name, different place, different thing, same fucking game.
Yeah.
You know, it gets old after a while. That's why I stopped streaming a long time ago. And then people talk me into it, and then they talk me into befriending somebody, and then they decided not to friend. It's a fucking mess out here.
Oh, you're never gonna fucking let go of that one, are you?
Oh, why would I, bro? It's like you caught the fucking the trophy winning fish.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. You got to frame that one hanging up on a wall.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Well, look, we're about here for an hour. It was fun and irritating, but you know, it was just another show.
Well, your ass hurts leaving, so there you go. Job well done, Sarge.
Your ass hurts News Network. Yeah, if your ass ain't bleeding, you ain't living.
That's right.
Call Tampon Tim, he'll fix it. Fucking unbelievable. Tampons in the boys' room, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, Cletus. We'll talk with you again tomorrow night. In the meantime, folks, Your Ass Hurts News Network, live from Beijing, China, top tower with fucking Lick of My Balls Convention Center. We're going to sign off and tell you good night.